Can I understand it as your work is more or less like you have to deal with all the regulators, 监管机构, and the 监管风险 is it like that?
Yeah, for part of the work, yeah, we need to follow the instruction from regulators.
So it's more or less like internal control. Am I right?
Yeah, you could understand in this way, but yeah.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for sharing.
Okay, I actually I have one question. This is my personal question. So for me, I'm currently working for another industries. I mean, just like you, Echo. I mean, I also I'm doing recruitment things. But for me, if I want to find a role in compliance, do you think it's workable in China? I mean, is it workable for me? Because I didn't study any law or any related subjects. Do you think it is also there is something I can do to improve myself to learn something new?
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes I would say, as you are you are a recruitment, for the here a new person, sometimes it's also about opportunities. And from the side of the knowledge, definitely you need to have some background about like laws or something about the financial area. Because you are working in a bank, this means you are not only deal with regulator things, law affairs or affairs or regulate relevant stuffs, but also about financial things. That's a thing you need to know. Then you know how to implement those regulations into the relevant department. If you know the function of the bank or financial industry, then you know how it operates, how it works. Then you could know how to optimize the best like strategies to prevent from the potential risks for your bank.
Okay, thank you for those answers. I just for me, I think for most of Chinese companies, they don't allow to hire someone who don't have some related experiences, especially in currently. I mean, we have those situations like COVID-19. It do get us a bad situation right now. I mean, it's hard for everyone. I don't think I don't think they will put a risk to hire someone like me. So I just have those questions for you. So thank you, thank you, Echo, for the answers. So is Leek online? I think. Hi, Leek. Are you back online? Hello.
He's having some tech issues.
Yeah, I think he has some tech issues. So how about we move to the last session? So Petros, do you want to share some great informations about our next event and also have a conclude of our what's today's share?
Actually, I have a question for Echo again. Is Echo learning German or any other foreign languages? Because you said that it's useful to have it, right? But are you currently learning, or do you plan on learning any languages, and how are you gonna do that in China, say in Shanghai?
Yeah, I was learning French actually in the university as second language. Also learned a little bit of Germany, but yeah, I'm planning to get a second language to improving my skill. Definitely, it would help for my future career and in many areas. So yeah.
And I also have a question so let's say if a foreigner wants to work in compliance in China, are there any foreigners working in compliance, or is it like a field that we foreigners cannot enter, at least in China?
Yeah, I have colleagues from British, from German, definitely. And for their background, as far as I know, they have many years working experience in the banking industry. Also, their sections, the experience in their sections. So I think the experience is definitely important, and also education background is a necessary thing for entering into this industry. And English is also necessary as for our daily work. English is a main language for us to deal with emails, communication with colleagues, even for the Chinese colleagues, we write emails in English. So yeah, I would say for foreigners, if you have relevant education background for compliance, if you learned law or financial things or accounting and finance or something like that, or a second language is a plus, I think you could have a try in the banking industry. There are opportunities, definitely. Although, to be honest, in this year, as Eric mentioned, that many companies, because of COVID-19, had some problem, and they are going to be closed. So this has a big influence for the bank industry. And their clients, this means they lose their clients. So yeah, it's hard, but still there are opportunities. And yeah.
Great, thanks, Echo. So when there is a will, there is a way. So you mentioned COVID. Just I also have a question. Like, are you working from home now, or did you work from home when the epidemic was at its peak, or did you have to go to the office, Echo?
Actually, I worked in the Commerzbank. Start to work in the Commerzbank around July. So around that time, it's not the peak of the pandemic in China. The peak of the pandemic was around January to, I would say, March or April. January to April. After that, we started to work from home, and then since I work in the Commerzbank, I already worked in the office, and right now I work in the office every day. And for my colleagues in Germany, as far as I know, they have already changed from the office to work from home. And some of the cases happening in the office even, and they changed to work from home. So it's sad to hear the condition became worse in European. But yeah, for our working condition right now, we work in the office every day, even overtime.
Great, thanks for sharing. I think Lika still is having issues with his microphone, right? Lika, can you hear us? Lik? I guess not. Do we have any questions from Jaron, Greg, Ali, anyone else? Guys, feel free to unmute yourselves. We still have 5 more minutes with the speakers. So if you have any questions, you can just raise your hand in the chat box, or you can just unmute yourselves and speak.
Can I ask, what is the biggest challenge in terms of working in a compliance environment?
I guess this is a question for Echo, since Lika's microphone doesn't work.
Sorry, could you repeat the question again?
Hi, Echo, can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah, so the question was, what was your biggest challenge when you joined the banking compliance team? I mean, what was the main thing that you were concerned about?
For me, the biggest challenge is reading many profiles or many regulation profiles from the regulators. And it's not usual for me to, I used to deal with many things about numbers, I would say. And also, yeah, and for compliance department, there are many regulations I need to read to understand and to connect those regulations with our business front office, what they do and what they need to take notice or take care from according to those regulations. That's what it's the hard part for me. So at the beginning, I need to get to know about banking industry and what they do in a quicker way. And also I need to learn to read regulations to understand what they really say, what they really mean. That was the hard part for me.
Hello?
Hi, Leek, you are back.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. That's great
I'm very
news.
sorry for that because
Yeah,
yeah, I guess it's a tech issue. So I've changed a new microphone.
Yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, so maybe you can share some your information or your cases you want to share with us. Something, anything?
Yeah, no problem. So do you have any questions regarding my my current job or my previous working experiences? Anything's okay.
Is there any
Do you still
questions
have
from the audience?
any questions from me?
I think for now we don't have any more questions. How about this? You can share some good stories to us, maybe something adventures of your compliance life. Yeah, to as a end story for this amazing event today. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, sure, no problem. So before joining Amazon, I've been 2 years working experiences within British foreign exchange company. My role is a compliance and operational risk manager, and so I would like to share some my working experiences within this field, and I think compliance is a very broad concept and a broad, structure. Maybe, it is divided into the different specific functions. For example, I guess the general compliance, as I think the Echo's current job, and the AML, money laundering, and terrorism financing, and the customer due diligence, and the KYC team, and the risk management. I guess all these functions are, constituted by the compliance function. And for example, for me, I was maintain the compliance framework for my previous employer, CMC Markets, because our main business is focused on the foreign exchange transactions. So I need to maintain the daily, transaction monitoring system to identify and
I think
Hello?
the internet is good. We lost you.
Yeah, we lost Liko.
Yeah, I think the internet isn't good. Or something wrong with the tech. Hi, Leek. Are you there? Are you still with us?
It's probably the microphone.
Yeah. Maybe that's the microphone problem. Unfortunately, we can only hear half of the stories today. Maybe you can join our next event for compliance so you can hear the last half, you know? So Pedros, do you want to close our today's event?
Yep. If we have any other, if we don't have any more questions, then we can, yeah. Life 就是这样, you know, it's
Yeah, right.
we
It's
live in
okay.
a VUCA world
To
with
be
a lot of
continued. This
to be
event is
continued.
yeah.
Yes, to be continued. So big shout out, big thank you to Echo and Lika for joining us today. Many thanks to Eric for being our host for today.